Welcome to worship this Christmas Eve. We're so happy that you joined us. Let me give you a little bit of an introduction to this program. We couldn't go without having the children be involved in a Christmas program this year. And so welcome to Christmas 2020, our virtual Christmas program. In many ways, it was a night like all others. The stars were shining, and one shining more in particular than the others.
I'm a little star. I'm a star.
Looking around, it's hard to tell which star is shining brighter than the others. For the events that follow would change the world forever. There were many travelers on the road that cold winter night as the census was ordered, and all were encouraged to return to their home village to be counted. This included Joseph the carpenter and the Virgin Mary, heavy laden with child. They were on their way to Bethlehem. Pastor Glen will be telling us a story through the eyes of the donkey. Can you imagine a donkey telling a Christmas story? Let's listen.
Hi kids, and welcome to this Christmas Eve service 2020. I'm going to read a special story for you. I wish you were here to sit at my feet, but you'll just have to pretend. The story is called Refuge. A man led me, and I carried the woman all the way to Bethlehem. Imagine you are traveling a dark road on a cold winter night, unsure of any immediate plans. But you're positive of the momentous future, what lies ahead for you, and the child you carry. The child of God. Imagine the anxiety Mary and Joseph must have felt as they traveled the road on their way to Bethlehem.
Kind sir, can you spare some food for my donkey?
No, I have no extra. I have nothing for you. Move on.
Do you have a piece of bread for a woman with a child? We have traveled such a long way and have a ways to go before we reach Bethlehem.
I am sorry, I can't spare anything right now.
Imagine the frustration the innkeeper felt to be overrun with guests, desperate to find shelter from the cold winter night.
Do we understand?
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin, mother and child. Infants so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace.
How can I borrow
Merry
it?
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, dear neighbor. You are a welcome sight, especially on this holy night.
People were coming from everywhere to stay in our hotel, but I had no rooms available to rent, to let, or to sell. We had no rooms or space at our table. All I can provide is a place in our stable.
In a humble manger, there's a little stranger. In a humble manger, there's a little stranger. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
And then, finally, the baby was born. Glory to God in the highest. On earth, peace to all. There in the east, the stars shined bright over the Bethlehem sky. The angels appeared. The shepherds came first, followed by their sheep. And then finally came the kings.
We are three kings. We come from the east.
Much to give.
We have precious gifts with us, gifts that are right for a king.
last king left, the scent of frankincense lingering in the air, we all slept, and the man had a dream of danger. Angels of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream and said,
Get up, take the child and his mother and escape to Egypt.
Stay there until we tell you, for Herod will soon search for the child in order to hurt him.
He woke long before the sun rose and told the woman. She took the baby and kissed him. She smelled his sweet baby breath and felt his soft, warm baby skin and how his lashes tickled her cheek as he sleepily nuzzled her neck. Time to go, she said. Then they wrapped him up warm and kissed him again, and the man came to get me. He patted me between the ears and led me out.
Come on, old friend, we're off on a journey again.
And we left some gold for the innkeeper, for he had been good to us when others had not. And we set off under starlight, through empty streets, while people were sleeping, hoping for the kindness of strangers again. And we passed the shepherds in the fields, and there were whispered blessings, and the movement of sheep in the darkness, and the clasp of rough hands, and the love of warm hearts. And I kept walking, carrying my precious load, and the woman held the baby close to her heart, and she and the man talked about journeys and dreams and warnings, and the love of a baby and the kindness of strangers. And when we rested and they were frightened, they took hope from each other and from the baby's tiny first smile. And we entered into Egypt, and we found refuge. That's the end of the story, kids. And I wish you a very Merry Christmas. God bless.
Thank you for joining us for this special production of our Christmas story. We hope you enjoyed it. Join us at 4 o'clock today for our live service with communion, and then at 10 o'clock for a more modern interpretation of the Christmas story. And we also have a service tomorrow morning, Christmas morning at 9:30. Merry Christmas to you all.